Hi everyone, I'm Dana from Parkview Nursery, and it looks like spring has finally sprung. The snow is melting, the birds are chirping, and that only means one thing. It's finally baseball season. If you are like us in my family, we look forward to the beginning of baseball every year. So I thought this month for our DIY, we would have a little spin on it and do a planting project to honor baseball. So what you're going to do today is we are going to use violas, which have been in flowering here for a couple weeks now at the greenhouse. And we're going to make a baseball out of them. So to get started, you can use any container, and it can be a taller container or a shorter bowl like we have here today. And what you're going to want to do is to fill it with a high quality potting soil. Now, if you've ever taken any of my classes, you're going to hear me talk about how important it is to have a high quality soil. That is the base of the roots, and that's where the roots are going to be getting its nutrients from. It's what's going to be holding the water, which is going to make your plant so much more healthier. So always make sure you are using a high quality potting soil. We sell here at Parkview the Fertilome Ultimate brand. It has a great mix of peat moss, vermiculite, perlite, and just the right mix to make sure that your planting is successful. So I've already filled my container with the soil, and I have lightly watered it down. That is very important to be planting your plants always into a moist media. So water it down, let it sit for a little bit, let it drain out, and then you can go ahead and start planting your plants. So today I'm going to be using, like I said before, violas. I have the sorbet white as well as some sorbet deep red, and that is going to be our baseball. So how you start out is you will take your plants out of their 4-packs, and you can gently tease the roots just a little bit. You do not want to tear them up too much because you're pretty much breaking up the way for the plant to be drinking its water. So just very lightly tease the roots if you find that they are needed to be teased. And as I plant the container, start with your white, and you're going to go down the middle of your baseball. So I will plant 2 plants along the middle edge. And then I will take 2 plants, but go one at a time down the middle, because we're going to be making that curve where the red stitching is of the baseball. And then I will take 2 more white violas and go and plant them as I did the beginning 2 along the edge. And as you'll see, I do not press the soil down too tightly around the plants. You do want to press it down just to get some of that air out of the soil media, but don't be pressing your soil down too far. But as you can see, I have the middle section of our baseball. I will then take the red, and I will have a total of 6 red, 3 on each side, and I will create the curve of the stitching. And keep in mind, this will fill in. So depending on the size of your container, you could be using more violas than I'm using today, or you could be using slightly less. But always remember that they are going to grow with time. So you don't necessarily want to overstuff your container right away. Okay, so now I have my red, and as you can see, they are curved on the sides there to create the stitching. And then I will take the final 2 white violas, and they will go on the other side of the stitching. And we have created our baseball. And as of time, as they grow, And as you fertilize them and give them more sunlight and water, they are definitely going to grow bigger, and you will get many more flowers out of them. So you can keep in mind that the stitching will become more pronounced as it grows. Now, pansies do like to have sunny conditions in the spring. However, as you go into the hotter season, they don't necessarily want to be in full sun. So you'll want to consider putting them in a partial shade area as the temperatures increase this summer. They do like to be fertilized, especially with maybe a little bit more iron than some plants do. So using a good fertilizer, we've got several products here at Parkview that we could certainly help you suggest using. Our Fertilome brand is top of the line fertilizer that we use at our own homes. So regular fertilizer, keeping the root media semi-moist. They don't necessarily like to be extremely dry, but don't necessarily want to be overly wet either. And you can enjoy this planter throughout your entire baseball season. You will need to take off some of the dead flowers as they are done flowering, and then that will help promote new blooms as well. So come and see us here at Parkview. Of course, we're more excited more than just for baseball. We're excited for the spring season to finally arrive. Our plants are growing, and we are going to be ready for you to come out and see us here very soon to be planting your own flowers, trees, and shrubs. So come and take a look at what we have this spring, and we look forward to seeing you.